Hi, I'm Will Francis, here to teach you the one-arm pull-up. Check it out. Today, I'm going to show you how to learn the one-arm pull-up as efficiently as possible. You're going to see the 3 best exercises that I use to progress to the one-arm pull-up, as well as a detailed workout modeled after my own training. Before you start training for the one-arm pull-up, you should have built a solid foundation of body weight strength by being able to perform at least 15 pull-ups with perfect form and a controlled tempo. Lowering your body fat percentage is also going to make a big difference when you're trying to learn the one-arm pull-up. Now let's take a look at what are, in my opinion, the 3 best exercises for learning the one-arm pull-up. Make sure to use perfect form and a full range of motion for each. First exercise is the Commando pull-up with slow negatives. You're going to grab the pull-up bar with your hands right next to each other, but your palms facing opposite directions, and then pull primarily using one arm. If you're focused on learning the one-arm pull-up with your palm facing away from you in a pronated grip, pull primarily with your pronated hand. If you want to train more specifically for the one-arm chin-up where your palm faces towards you in a supinated grip, then pull with the supinated hand. For all the exercises I talk about, use a supinated grip if you want to train more for the one-arm chin-up. At any rate, the Commando pull-up is so great because you'll notice that your body naturally hangs at an angle rather than facing straight forward, which is very similar to your body's position during the one-arm pull-up itself. From here, you pull as hard as you can with one arm and use your other arm to provide the bare minimum assistance you need to complete the rep. You can even grip the bar lightly with 1 or 2 fingers of your assisting hand to make sure that you aren't offering too much assistance. Then, at the top of the rep, pause, let go of the bar with your assisting hand if possible, and slowly lower back down to a dead hang. This is called the eccentric or negative portion of the rep, and it is very effective for building strength throughout the entire range of motion. Be sure to know your limits here, and don't attempt one-arm negatives during your Commando pull-ups unless you can lower slowly and controlled. Dropping down suddenly will not help you build strength and puts you at risk of shoulder injury. The next exercise I recommend is the band-assisted one-arm pull-up. A lot of people do this exercise by simply holding a resistance band for assistance, which is great, but not as great as looping the band around the bar and standing in it. If you want to see the exact way I position myself in the band, I recommend you check out the video from the YouTube channel Training Pal, linked in the description. Doing band-assisted one-arm pull-ups like this almost perfectly replicates the movement pattern of the one-arm pull-up, while conveniently offering the most assistance at the bottom of the range of motion, which is typically where people need the most assistance. Use thicker bands to make the exercise easier, and thinner ones to make it more difficult. The last of the 3 exercises is the hand-assisted one-arm pull-up. For this, you'll just be doing one-arm pull-ups with your other hand either holding onto your wrist or bicep. Holding onto your wrist can make the movement much easier, but try to use minimal help from your assisting arm. Pushing your hand against your bicep will also help, but much less than holding your wrist. If you can do this variation, you are likely very close to being able to do the one-arm pull-up. Now I want to walk you through a full one-arm pull-up workout. The whole thing will be typed out at the end of the video if you want to take a screenshot of it. Start the workout by warming up using hanging scapula pulls and standard pull-ups. There are no specific sets and reps here. Don't exhaust yourself, but spend some time on this to get your blood pumping and to ease your body into the workout for safety. After warming up, choose one of the 3 one-arm pull-up progressions I described and do 3 sets per arm using just enough assistance, either from your other hand or resistance band, to reach failure in the 3 to 6 rep range. Since each of the exercises I described is unilateral, meaning one arm is worked at a time, you can pair your sets. So do 1 set for each arm back to back, then rest for 2 to 3 minutes before performing another pair of sets, again aiming to reach failure in the 3 to 6 rep range. With practice, you'll naturally become more efficient in the one-arm pull-up movement pattern, and you will establish stronger neuromuscular connections between your brain and the muscles working. As your brain learns to recruit more muscle fibers, you will get stronger even without adding new muscle tissue. Now the next portion of the workout focuses on hypertrophy training, designed to build muscle, since this will naturally increase your strength potential. Pull-ups, assisted pull-ups, or even weighted pull-ups can be used here. I often start with sets of standard pull-ups, then move on to band-assisted pull-ups as I fatigue in order to maintain perfect form with an emphasis on fully contracting the muscles of my back at the top of each rep and stretching them at the bottom. In total, you should perform 3 to 5 sets where you reach failure in the 10 to 15 rep range. The first time you try this out, I recommend doing 3 sets to see how you recover. Then, if 3 sets becomes too easy, increase to 4 or 5. For any given set, do not perform more than 15 pull-ups. If you reach 15 pull-ups in a set, rest for 1 minute, then perform another set. Continue this until you reach failure within the 10 to 15 rep range, and then increase your rest to about 2 minutes between sets. Extend rest longer if you are unable to reach 10 strict reps in a set, or decrease exercise intensity using a resistance band. These adjustments will allow you to reach failure in the desired rep range for 3 to 5 sets. Immediately after reaching failure on the final set, switch to doing jumping pull-ups with slow negatives until you are unable to maintain control over your descent speed. This is called a drop set. From there, jump right into bicep curls. These can be done with weights or with a resistance band as I show. I just stand on a band, grab it, and curl. The lower you grab the band, the harder it becomes. Perform 3 sets to failure in the 10 to 15 rep range per arm with 1 to 2 minute rest between pairs of sets. After your last set, perform a drop set by gripping the band higher or using lighter weights in order to crank out some more reps to failure. To end the workout, do 2 to 3 sets of face pulls for shoulder health and a little extra rear delt activation. I usually stick in the 10 to 15 rep range for these, using a resistance band with a minute rest between sets. To learn some cool different ways to do face pulls at home, I recommend checking out the Athlean X video I've linked in the description. So there it is, that's the workout. It'll probably take you about 45 minutes. Personally, I work out like this twice per week, which is what I recommend. Give full effort and be consistent, and I promise you will see results. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to let me know your thoughts and questions in the comment section, and press like and subscribe if you like the content. Have a great day.